So Amabodie posted a comment on my last video about color perception and language, uh, and said, "Yep, the finger is pointing more and more towards observer-created reality. But how do we all share the same reality? I guess we teach it to ourselves. Otherwise, we run the risk of behaving like we're on mushrooms the whole time. My favorite color is actually a combination of two colors, yellow mixed with blue. I was taught that this creates the color green, but I call it bluello." Alright, well, whoa. As far as observer created reality, I think that's a little too strong of a way of putting it. I think we have to be a little more subtle than that. It's not that I create whatever kind of world I want. It's that subjectivity or consciousness or observation always characterizes what the object appears as, what the observed world appears as. And it's not as though we as subjects are trying to find out about an independently existing world. We're participating in how that world unfolds, how it appears. It doesn't appear to anyone but an observer. In and of itself, it just makes no sense to even try to talk about what it might be. The world has to be observed in order to appear or be like anything. So it's not that we create the world, it's that the observer and the observed are always co-creating the world, is a better way to put it. How do we share the same reality? Well, I think human beings, we share a very similar biological makeup, and because the structure of our brains are so similar, because we share a language, we can enact similar world spaces and understand each other's perspectives. Other species of animals also can form social groups and understand each other and share realities. We don't want to atomize this and think that the individual ego is capable of just, like The Secret, that Oprah movie that's been such a phenomenon. That's just new age egocentric bullshit as far as I'm concerned. If anything, that whole video, or that whole idea of there being this magical secret, the law of attraction, they're just talking about self-esteem. If you have confidence in the goals that you would like to achieve in life, you're more likely to achieve them. There's nothing more magical than that. So we want to get away from the idea that the ego can have whatever it wants, and instead see our own individuality as something which arises out of our shared experience with others. The way they respond to us gives rise to the way we feel about ourselves. And there's no separate, isolated self in here somewhere that's really responsible for that identity. My identity is something that arises because of my shared participation in this culture with others. And because we all perceive the world through our similar biological structure in a very similar way, we can talk meaningfully to one another about what the world is and how we ought to behave and so on. Yeah, I guess I just wanted to respond in video instead of trying to type out my thoughts in a comment. So thanks for your questions, amabodie. Yeah.